Self-care isn't selfish. So this is the mantra that I would love you to really take away. Deep breath in and out. Self-care isn't selfish. Now, why would we even consider it to be selfish? This is absolutely, when you start to unpick it, a crazy notion. But here's the thing, today's video is all about self-care, and I have worked with many women over the past few years, and I would say that 98% of those women do not practice self-care in the way that they need to. So here's the thing, lovely one. If you're feeling frazzled, burnt out, a former shell of your fabulous self, if you're not experiencing the joy and the peace that you know you want to experience, then I'm going to hazard a guess that your self-care is pretty low. And there's going to be some distinctions that I'm going to make, which include self-care is not this one-off treat once a year when you get to go to a spa, which I'm not saying that's not amazing, it is, but self-care is absolutely part of your essential maintenance. So the reason why I can talk about this is because, yes, I used to be shockingly bad when it came to self-care. In fact, I don't really think I knew what self-care was. I was talking a lot about being kind to myself, but I wasn't actually putting it into practice by looking after my own needs and really knowing what I wanted in terms of what would fill me up and what would light me up. And I totally know now that self-care is completely essential for me, and if I want to be the kind of woman that I want to be, if I want to be the kind of mum I want to be, the partner I want to be, the coach that I want to be, the writer that I am, all of that kind of thing, if I want to show up completely and truly in my essence as myself, connected with my higher self, then I need to be looking after my self-care. And yes, but I really want to start by opening this up to you and saying, you know what, self-care, like I said, it's not about massages, which is all good. It starts with how you are showing up for you as yourself, and that is fundamentally, how are you talking to yourself? What are the thoughts that you are saying to yourself? Like, how loving and kind are you actually being to yourself? Then, looking at things like, what it is that really juices you up. What is it that you really love doing, and how often are you actually doing that? Do you make it a priority for yourself to spend time in places that light you up, to feel that sense of connection with your environment, to do simple things like having a bath that can just really relax you, to where I definitely know that a huge part of my self-care comes from how I show up for myself, what I'm saying to myself, the thoughts that I'm having, and also really my soul confidence practice, what I'm doing on the mat in order to really honour myself, to value myself, and to remember that I am worthy of spending time on myself. Because maybe like me, you have this sense that in order to really be valued, you have to be constantly doing things for other people, constantly on the go, because you know what we do, we wear our level of busyness as a mark of of pride, almost like, how busy am I? And I love now that I'm in a place where I have actually really moved away from that. So I don't cram things in, I don't cram people in. I really do prioritise space and being present, and self-care is a huge part of that for me. So my lovely one, I want to share some top tips with you, because I know that in order for you to live the life that you want, really joyful, really peaceful, really connected with the people around you, then you need to be looking after yourself, and your self-care needs to be like completely ramped up. And even if you're already great with self-care, there is always room for improvement. So my top tips for you around self-care would be, number one, like, really notice how you are being with yourself, what you're saying to yourself, the thoughts that you're having about yourself, that mind chatter, how attached you are to it, if you're making decisions based on that mind chatter, and how you can maybe move to being more connected with your higher self. And there's a whole bunch of different ways of doing that, but you can get support through Soul Confidence to get more connected with your higher self. And certainly just dedicating some time, some quiet time every day to you is absolutely crucial to your self-care. So number two, I want you to write a list of 10 things that light you up, and I want you to then notice, write down beside it, how much you are actually doing of those things. So if you say, I love going swimming, how often do you actually go swimming? And number three, my top tip for you is make it a must. Get support, schedule whatever you need to do in order to make it a must. So if that means that you need to put it in your diary, if you need to set up a reminder on your phone, and you're going to start off with a minimum of 30 minutes a week, okay? And I would want you to then take that to 30 minutes a day of self-care. So schedule, get support if you need to, ask people to help you, because you know what, the more you show up and increase your self-care, the more you will allow everyone else around you to do the same. And let's face it, if we all had just a little bit more joy and peace in our lives, how much more incredible would our loves be, would our community be, and would the world around us be? Absolutely would make such a massive change and such a massive impact. So therefore, that comes back to my first sentence to you. Self-care is not selfish, because you know what, baby, let's face it, if you are experiencing more joy and more peace, people around you are as well. And what could be less selfish than having a positive impact on the people in your life, your community, and the world around you? Now, if you would like to have some deeper integration around this and some more support, I've got a great worksheet available which will help you to integrate self-care on and off the mat, Soul Confidence style. If you'd like this worksheet, drop me an email, cara@soulconfidence.co.uk, or comment below and we will make sure that you get that. So yeah, let's just really see how by turning the self-care dial up to 11, we can just have more joy, more peace for us and the people around us who we love. And lovely one, this world we're living in needs your love, your sassy ass, and your unshakable soul. So let's turn that dial up and let's get feeling more joyful and more peaceful right now. Lots of love.